My colleague Nick Schifrin mentioned, and that is that the U.S. and the UAE have been working together for a number of years, shared concern over Iran. I'm sure you know some observers are looking at all this and they're saying this is really more about an attempt to get Iran, to oppose Iran, than it is truly about a diplomatic coming together on the part of Israel and the United Arab Emirates.
Well, look, this is about Israel and the UAE, but having said that, I'm sure Iran is not happy about it because Iran has tried to stoke divisions and contention between Arab states and Israel for many, many years. Iran's the leading state sponsor of terrorism in the region, and the UAE has a very capable military, and they've got a very strong leader in Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed that has stood up to Iran across, even though it's a small country, they've stood up to the big country just across the straits from them. And now Israel and the UAE working closely together with the United States and other allies in the region. I'm sure that's something that doesn't make Iran happy, but that's not the impetus behind this, although it's a great side benefit.
Funds, and he's built up a very powerful military that has an especially good special forces, elite commandos, which he has deployed around the region in his effort to push back against Islamists. So even though it's a small country, it's been amazingly active. You've seen his forces at work in Libya, in the Sinai Peninsula, and a little bit in Syria, in Yemen, and in the Horn of Africa, where the UAE, his country, has a whole network of ports that he has leveraged to play a diplomatic role throughout that area.
بنرسل رسالة للطامع في الدولة الغنية بأهلها أن نحن في بلادنا نقوم بواجبنا في حماية بلادنا، مو بسنة الدفاع عنها أبدا. حماية بلادنا فرض الدفاع عنها فرض.